first for Formula Parma Audi, a first for a major British single-seater championship, a rolling start, round 4 of the series at Brands Hatch. Richard Tarling and Justin Keane on the front row of the grid. Topi Sergula and Justin Wilson right behind. Wilson stalled from 5th place at the standing start. Hopefully they will all get away without any stalls this time. So the pace car is out of the way, but they are under orders not to accelerate until they see the green, and then, goodness me, the whole field is side by side down to the first corner. What a magnificent sight for the spectators at that first corner. Paddock Hill Benders, everybody swoops in, and Martin Smith, as we rode with him there, gives you some idea of just how congested it is. It's always difficult starting from the back of a field at a standing start because you're at full speed as the leaders are standing on the brakes at the first corner, but in a rolling start everybody should theoretically be accelerating at roughly the same rate. So that means that there shouldn't be so much carnage. Somebody has gone off at the bottom of Graham Hill Bend, but that looks inconsequential, especially to Richard Tarling. He is leading this race. Justin Wilson right behind him in 2nd place. Let's ride though with Martin Smith. He qualified 15th on the grid. We saw what it looked like on lap 1. This is what it looks like on lap 2. There he is, nearest the camera, trying to go around the outside of Bjorn Wertheim. Wertheim qualified 10th, incidentally. So somebody has gone forwards or somebody has gone backwards up the grid. Smith didn't get a chance to go past there. Inside at Druids, oh dear! No, look down by his mirror there. You can see the front wing flapping away, and he misjudged that gap. Wertheim turned in across his front wing, so Smith will have a problem now. Tarling leads then from Wilson, Turner and Nakazawa. Then Giuliano Morrow, there he is with Justin Keane behind him. There's Justin Keane in the middle of the shot, number 7, Topi Sergula, number 4. Right behind him, then the 2 red cars, that's Redfern and Clark. And something going on, yellow flags are waved into the gravel. Mats Gisselbeck, and upside down in the track, number 18, that's Andrew Booth. The New Zealander already trying to struggle from the car as it's trying to come to a halt. And he's undone the belts and he's squirreling out of that hole as well you might expect. Upside down in a race car with fuel, oil, hot exhausts. Oh dear, well, Mats Gisselbeck in the gravel there and Andrew Booth upside down. So yellow flags very certainly as they come out of Clearways and onto the start-finish line. And though, predictably enough, red flags. You really can't continue racing with cars upside down in the middle of the track. So another first for Formula Parma Audi, a red flag to stop the race. Well, there's testament to the strength of these chassis built by Van Diemen. And who's that? Car number 10, Carl Breeze, without a rear wing and with tyre marks up the back. Well, we'll need to have a look at the footage again and see exactly what happened there if we can. Let's take a look at it from the reverse angle. Well, you can see Carl Breeze's white car at the bottom of the picture there, although obviously your attention is rather distracted by Andrew Booth. So it looks as though he will have gone up over the back of one or other of the cars. Mats Gisselbeck on the outside. It's possible that he might have caused that initially with a bit of a problem. Well, problems on the rolling start as well. You could see liquid on Martin Smith's visor. 3 or 4 cars at the back of the field being caught out as cars ahead of them slow down. But look at that start up by the camera on the uphill side by car number 6, Justin Wilson. Well, I don't know whether he watches IndyCar races regularly, but any IndyCar driver worthy the name would be proud to have made a restart like that one. Fantastic getaway from Wilson. Let's hope that the stewards don't decide he got away before they wanted to. So the field will rejuggle itself then with Martin Smith. No liquid on the lens now, and you can see the clear blue sky with a little fluffy covering of white clouds. There shouldn't be any water coming out of the cars at this early stage, perhaps just a little bit from the overflow as they were heating up, running around below racing temperatures on that pace lap. Nothing to worry about, I don't think, no. Could see a couple of the cars already with nose wing damage, and that looks to be, I think, perhaps one of the big rules of Formula Parma Audi already. Don't rub your nose wing up the wrong way because it doesn't help, even at Brands Hatch. Just behind Topi Sergula, it's in fact Nakazawa who's got his nose wing awry. And somebody goes off, that's the Colombian driver, Nessim Kassem, number 28. And that is firmly beached. There is Nakazawa with that nose wing knocked up in the air. He'll still get some front end grip, of course, from the tyres and from the remaining aerodynamic effects. But Justin Wilson leading now from Richard Tarling. Both these men have won in these cars. Wilson, the non-championship Oldham race, and Tarling at Croft. And there is Nakazawa under pressure from Giuliano Morrow, the number 24 machine, white car behind him. And off goes number 7, Justin Keane. I don't think that's coming back. Keane has other ideas though. What a great rally crossing drive there through the gravel and out the other side. Jonathan Palmer, the series originator, has rallycrossed here in the British Rallycross Grand Prix. I'm sure he won't appreciate people doing it with his cars, however. Meanwhile, here's the leader, Justin Wilson, Richard Tarling right behind him then, Darren Turner in 3rd place, Clark in 4th, then Ian James, and he's got Sergula behind him now, so Wertheim has dropped back a place into 7th place, and it looks as though Sergula is not content with 6th either. 99 Ian James, the white car, under pressure as Justin Wilson tries to edge away from the 2 men who are chasing him so convincingly at the moment, and down the grass on the inside, he's lost it. Just coming up to the braking area. Oh dear, Sam Hancock. Well, that really was a little bit of a beginner's error. He found himself edged over onto the inside grass on the run-up to Druids, and he's out of the race. Martin Smith can't get rid of a tear-off. Martin, braking area, as C. Suzanne from wonderful Rio City gets herself pointing back in the right direction. And here is her countryman, Pilgallo, under pressure from our rallycross expert, Justin Keane. Keane fighting back after losing a handful of places going through the gravel there, didn't quite get the position. Martin Smith is really being bugged by that tear-off. Don't take it back in the cockpit. Concentrate on where you're going, as Richard Tarling is, but it's not helping him much. He's losing out to Justin Wilson, the leader. In the closing stages now, Topi Sergula with a last gasp effort to hold on to 7th place. 24, Giuliano Morrow attacking hard. He looks to the outside, he's covered, he goes up the inside. Oh, and he's in the air! He rode straight over the wheels of Topi Sergula's car, flew up into the air and across into the gravel. Well, that's his race over. He won't see the checkered flag. Giuliano Morrow, the Brazilian, out of the car, banged his knee. He's not the shortest of drivers, so that will have rattled around in the cockpit a bit. Topi Sergula looks to have continued, but Justin Wilson wins his 2nd race in a Formula Palmer Audi car. This time it counts for championship points. And Edward Redfern in the red car with the yellow helmet fighting off Martin Smith. This is for 12th. They've got about 300 metres to go into the final furlong, and Edward Redfern holds it to the line. He gets 12th position, Martin Smith 13th there. Well, victory then for Justin Wilson, and look at the way he stands head and shoulders above the others. Doesn't need any podium steps to do that. That's his natural height advantage. Wilson then the winner from Tarling, Turner and Clark. And a 4th and 5th at Brands throw Clark into the championship lead as Keane plunges from points leader